Greetings all, Ferrari Man 601 here. Welcome back to F1 2017 and welcome back to Monza. After a good but ultimately disappointing performance in the Toro Rosso, I want to win at Monza, and therefore we're going to try to do that with the Ferrari. Yes, one-shot qualifying coming your way right now from Monza. Coming to the line to begin our one and only flying lap. DRS is open, screaming down the straight in mix 4. Coming into the braking zone for the first chicane, braking. I'm not quite confident on the brakes into the first chicane, braking at 150 meters. The delta shown is to Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. We are right on his gearbox here out of that first chicane. Let's see. Have any advantage here into the second chicane on the brakes, ever so slightly on the brakes there into the second chicane. However, I bounce over the outside curbing there in the first element of the chicane, and that negates the slight advantage that I did have. The Lesmos getting on the power as early as I dare. DRS open. Underneath the banking into Ascari. Do I have anything for him? Perhaps ever so slightly, but I get it all so wrong into Ascari. That's the end of the qualifying lap. As far as I'm concerned, we might be starting in 14th again, just as we did in the Toro Rosso. That is very disappointing indeed. Parabolica, anything to salvage? I completely shot the rear tires there with that slide. Lap time is only a 1:25.489. That's only good for P13. Yeah. 13th. A single mistake, a slight miscalculation, and that puts me in P13 alongside Kevin Magnussen and Carlos Sainz, oddly enough. So, yes, you want continuity from the previous video. Here it is, starting in 13th, right next to the guy that I raced as last time. I said I wanted to win here at Monza. That's a tall order right now. We shall see what transpires. Okay, so sat on the grid here at Monza. It is another bright sunny day here in Italy. I've got my work cut out for me, though. Race strategy briefly, starting on the super softs, and then we're going to be transferring to the softs for the second stint. Looks like our pit stop is going to be on lap 6. I want to do a lot of Mode 3 running here, so a little bit more fuel on board here than we did in the Toro Rosso. The Ferrari is faster, however. So, looks like we're going to have stable weather conditions, partly cloudy skies the entire time. Let's do this. Formation lap about to get started. Big burnout off of this line, and let's see how we get on alongside the Ferrari engine Haas of Kevin Magnussen in P12. The good thing is I'm going to be a lot faster than the guys immediately around me. The bad thing is they're going to hold me up. I am really disappointed with my mistake in qualifying. That really should not have happened, but it did happen, and I've only got myself to blame for it. But we are in this trouble now, and we have to deal with it. the last bits of temperature into the tires, getting our map set for the race start. Everything appears to be ready to go. And up to the grid we come. Green flags are up on the sides of the circuit. Everything is clear. Waiting for the rest of the grid to form up behind us. Not much of the rest of the grid behind us.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Here we go. We are off with quite a bit of wheel spin all the way up through third gear. However, we get a decent launch. We're ahead of Magnussen immediately, and now the dreaded first chicane here at Monza. This is a dangerous spot. However, Stroll jumping over the curbs, and a little bit of front wing damage courtesy of Stroll, and Grosjean just stopped.
The damage only looks minor, but you'll need to take it easy to avoid
Verstappen pushing me into the grass there, really not his fault. He had nowhere to go, and I had nowhere to go. However, now we are missing some of our front wing.
We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
I want to change the strategy already, and I get punted from behind by Hulkenberg, and now I'm completely missing the right side main plane of my front wing. This has gone really bad really quickly.
A fair bit of damage to the front wing. It will affect performance. Damaged front wing will affect performance.
I've got no brake temperature. The front tires are still cold. I've got no idea what to do here. I can't get any braking performance with that wing bit missing. I got to pit. I've got no grip now on the front end. We've got to make an early pit stop here and try to do our best. Let's go on to the soft tires. Let's make our pit stop early and see what we can recover. I've got too much damage. Look at the understeer I've got. Ah, that is very disappointing. Well, we're not winning at Monza today. New front wing for us.
Release.
Back into the pit lane. We have to recover a lot of ground now. This is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be on the front row,
Pit strategy.
and I was set for the front row until I threw it all away in Ascari in qualifying. But we are now good to go to the end by the regulations here on the beginning of lap 2. Properly at the tail end of the field, 20 seconds or so behind everybody else. This is going to be a lonely day here. At least I've got the front end grip back. Fastest lap there from Hamilton. It's just mocking me. Magnussen is out of the race. That's one position recovered. Why couldn't I take Ascari like that in qualifying?
Caution.
Let's see, there is Magnussen.
Green flag.
Has anybody dove into the pits? Not on this lap.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Okay, I don't want any more radio, please. Can you not tell that I am annoyed enough? Don't tell me about DRS that I'll never be able to use. Let's just focus on keeping the tires healthy, keeping the car healthy, seeing what we can do in terms of positions. I am so annoyed. I really am so very annoyed with myself. I'm remotely close to a small pack of cars, which is now coming down the start-finish straight. All of our component wear is fine.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
There you go, fastest lap of the race. So I've got the pace, I just do not at all have the position. Are there any silver linings to be had? Well, now that the car is healthy again, it feels good. The pace is obviously there. And I do have a clear track in front of me. Problem is, that's not what I want. I've got a clear track at the back of the field. I want a clear track at the front of the field. Fastest lap again.
Lap of the race. Keep this up.
Could have done that in qualifying too, but I didn't. That is probably faster than the pole position time. I don't remember what the pole position time was because I was too annoyed to take notice. Car looks good. I am catching the guys in front of me gradually.
Sebastian has just entered the pits. Sebastian is in the pits.
Vettel is in the pits. There's no way I'm going to leapfrog him here. Far too way back. Yep, I do see that a gaggle has entered the pit lane. I don't know if we'll be able to leapfrog anybody because we're just so far back. Be a couple positions here.
5.9 seconds.
It'll be close. Perez coming out here. So we are back within some semblance of the field, but still P14. It's a very familiar position so far with this run at Monza in the last two races now. DRS for me this time, not within 1 second of Ricardo for P13. And I know Sebastian is already good to go to the end. No takers for the pit lane immediately in front of us. A couple more spots will open up here. Up to P8. There's Ricardo. keep in touch with him to the DRS zone is the question. Might have somewhat of a slipstream advantage here. Should have more straight line speed than that Red Bull anyway. We get him into the chicane, it's possible. No choice but to back out there. We should pass the detection line within 1 second. Pretty easily, I would say. We should have DRS now. And we do. DRS is open. Fuel delta is plus 1.6. Look at him, he's just hesitating on the apex there. Using all the Ferrari power to get by Ricciardo into Parabolica for P7. Well, right now I'm running where I should have finished in that Toro Rosso.
First place is 12.4 seconds.
12.4 seconds to P1. 1.5 laps is the delta on the fuel. Felipe Massa is the next target in P6. Can we get within 1 second before the first DRS detection line? I'm not thinking it's possible. We'll see. It happened. Indeed, it did not. I would like a live gap someplace on the screen. That would be helpful. Look at the advantage I'm able to claw back on him just through Ascari. My car is a lot better than that Williams. We made 1 second into this DRS zone either. But he won't have it. And I don't have it. Somewhat of a slipstream, and I do have DRS. That's welcome. Can we do anything into the first chicane? I'm a long way back. It's a big lockup for Massa. But he's got that Mercedes power. Ferrari versus Mercedes right here on the outside. Pressure him into the chicane. Indeed we can. He's hit me. But that is move done. That is my position. P5, lap 9 of 13. Sun's gone behind the clouds for the moment.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Our gap to the car in front is 5.5 seconds.
Laps of fuel remaining. And just about 4 laps of racing to go. Probably afford one more lap on mix 3. There's a car in the pits there. That's now P4 for us. We passed Carlos Sainz, so he went late into that first stint. Oh, the podium is tantalizingly close. We do anything for that podium position. Sebastian Vettel has it. I want it.
All right then, some information on Berline. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
I don't really care that Verline is out of the race. I'm not racing him. It's 4.5 seconds to Sebastian Vettel in front, catching him at about a second a lap. Problem is, I don't have enough laps left. I need to catch him at 2 seconds a lap, and that's just kind of inhumanly fast. Meanwhile, at the front, I assume Lewis Hamilton is prancing away.
Mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
Yep, you're telling me mix 2, I'm aware. Fuel delta is plus 0.4. I mean, the truth is, I am catching Vettel, but I don't think I've got enough time or fuel left.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
2 laps of fuel remaining and 2 laps of racing remaining. That's not enough. Mix 2 it is. Now mix 1 it is. Fastest lap again, though. Can I do anything for that podium position? Not looking very likely. It's tantalizingly close. It's Vettel and Bottas fighting, I believe. Gap is 2.3. That'll lead the fuel out.
Final lap of the race.
1.6 seconds to Sebastian Vettel in P3. Fuel is now critical. Not close enough for DRS there. Fuel delta is plus 0.04. Gotta lean it, there's no choice. This is as close as I've ever been, but I'm out of time. P4.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
P4. Up 10 spots from where we qualified, but there could have been more. There could definitely have been more here. We have failed to win at Monza. Not what I wanted to be saying right about now.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
It was a question of
Set
right
themselves
place,
apart
right
because
time today.
I
We were looking
suck
at an
at
entirely different
qualifying,
race before the safety
quite
car
evidently.
came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
So as I say
Frustration
that, we can
is
see the
very,
drivers
very
coming out now
real.
to collect
Could have
their
been
trophies.
Kimi on the podium,
It's
but
yet
no,
more
it wasn't.
silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
The quest to win here continues. It's just one little thing goes wrong at the worst possible moment, and then everything else is just playing catch up from there. And had I not made that mistake in qualifying, we could have been on the front row. I think I could have easily challenged for the win from the front row,
I'd
but
like to ask you,
not
Anthony
from
Davidson,
P14.
who was
Driver
your
of the
driver
day?
I think it's got to be Kimi Raikkonen.
All right.
He's not always spectacular, but he quietly gets the job done.
Consolation
And that's the case
prize.
today.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Anthony,
Consolation
it's
prize.
goodbye, and see
We
you
earned
again
Kimi
next
driver
time.
of the day and fastest lap of the race by, look at that, by almost 1 second. Yeah, that would have been a winning pace for sure had I a better qualifying position, but nope. Just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it at all. Correction, I started 13th on the grid, so I'm up 9 positions from where I started, but not what I wanted. Not at all what I wanted. A good performance for sure, but really there could have been so much more here today. But that is racing, as they say. Racing is a cruel mistress at times, and she certainly was cruel to me today. But that is what we've got again here from Monza. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you soon.